YouTube, what the crap's going on? I am back in town, as you may have noticed from the other videos. But yeah, back in town, which means more online action. Not from me, because I haven't had any chance to play it yet, but I assure you that we have been sent something good. I haven't even watched the replay yet. How do I know it's good? Well, because it came from Blademaster. Come on. Don't you all guys, don't you trust him yet? And by the way, did you all go and check out his Persian bomb squad? Is that not a fun army or what? Anyway, so Blademaster is always hosting some tournaments. He likes unit ban rules, and in a unit ban rules in a tournament, that means that one rule amongst many that the tournament is under is that when players pick a faction, the other player gets to ban a unit or two from the roster, which kind of adds like another layer. So it's like, man, if I'm going to pick this, what do I think they're going to ban, and then what could I still do with them in order to be good? So it adds kind of a layer to the strategy, and it's a lot of fun. And it can take what makes a faction strong and make them suck, or it can take someone and make them be more creative with the faction. So anyway, this match is going to be between HeirofCarthage Barca, and it's also going to be against, and he's going to be playing against Blood Leopard. HeirofCarthage Barca takes the Alans, which is a very good faction. He picks the plains for the map, and his opponent, Blood Leopard, picks the Sassanids, as you can see here. And HeirofCarthage bans... Jeez, this is going to be rough. He bans Pushtagbin and Grivpenvar from Blood Red. Ouch. So the Sassanids, what little pride they have left is just neutered there. So that is a painful bludgeoning to the Sassanids. And then, but then Blood Leopard turns around and bans Agathyrsi and Elite Agathyrsi, which means that he's taking away a pretty decent chunk of the hitting power from the Alans, though the Alans should still have access to Sarmatian Warband, which means I would still give the infantry edge probably to Blood Leopard, but I don't know. Let's take a look at this. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to see what happens here. So with Sassanids without Grivpenvar, and basically the Alans with no shock infantry. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And drop a thanks to Blademaster for sending these replays, if you don't mind, especially if you enjoy it. I appreciate him sending these to me because, first of all, I don't get to play as much online as I want to, so this kind of helps me bring you all some more action. Obviously, it's good for him because I'm sure that he doesn't mind me letting you all know that he makes awesome videos, because he does. And that's not like something he's asking me to like shill for him. He makes good videos. I sit around and legitimately just go watch his videos sometimes because I enjoy them. And that's coming from a guy who spends a lot of time in Total War. I don't mind sitting down and watching a Blademaster video here and there. It is definitely enjoyable. So let's see what we got on the battlefield here for the Alans. We got... Let's take an overhead view, it'll be easier. Well, no, it won't, because the unit icons are too small in Attila. So, let's see, 2 Sarmatian Cataphracts. So, there's 4 Sarmatian Cataphracts, 2 on each flank. There's an elite Sarmatian Cataphract back here near the general, which is an Alani general, solid choice. Looks like there's going to be a Germanic Spearman on each flank. Up the center, 4 Germanic Archers, so nice long range. 4 Noble Germanic Swordsmen, and as expected, it looks like he's going to have 4 Sarmatian Warband, 2 on each flank. So nice, solid, sturdy, heavily armored defensive infantry corps here in the center, backed up by shock cavalry and long-range archers. And then on the flanks, he's going to be working spear support with shock cav backed up by not really shock infantry, but kind of like poor man's shock infantry. Now the Sassanids I saw had a lot of the elite Armenian slingers. So let's see, he's got a pagan band on each side for charge absorbing. He's brought Gaia and Avspar. Holy crap. 4 of them. Whew. These guys are very expensive, but this is some crazy strong shock cav. It's just hard to make them worth your while. But they are supported by 2 Armenian slingers, backed up by 2 Dialamite warriors. In the center we see 2 Persian brigade and a couple of Persian hurlers. The Savaran Sardar and Savaran Cataphracts. Oops. Let's see what happens here in the center. Those Germanic archers are going to get... Well, it's not Armenian slingers in the center. Normally I would say they're going to get jacked up by the Armenian slingers, and they very well could. But the Armenian slingers would probably prefer not to waste their ammo on just Germanic archers. I would think they would want to shoot at cavalry, and they are... So let's just kind of watch the engagement. Great use of the Persian brigade here. This is what they're going to be good at, just being a nuisance in general. They have very good attack for such a crappy unit, and they can be useful. They got 8 kills on those Germanic archers. Now, these Germanic nobles in the center are going to be trouble for the Persian brigade. Oh, let's see, we got spear on spear action here. Pagan band into the Germanic spearmen. Germanic spearmen should win that. Gaia and Avspar are going to have an open charge. Oh, what are you retreating for? Charge! Yeah, the Gaia and Avspar could have won that charge, and probably still will. Yeah, they will. They're going to decimate that Sarmatian cataphract. Got hurler, or check that out. The Armenian slingers firing over here. That cataphract just disintegrates, and that means that this guy in Avspar is going to be free to continue to put some punishment down. We got a Germanic noble pushing in here. They're going to be intercepted by a Dalamite warrior. It looks like I'm going to go into slow motion just real quick. Looks like the guy in Avspar, I can't tell if it had a charge order on that Sarmatian cataphract, and it's getting hit by flaming shot, but we got another guy in Avspar swinging around here for Blood Leopard. So Blood Leopard's in pretty good shape on this flank, but we do have some Sarmatian warbands moving in. They could be destroyed pretty easily by the guy in Avspar, and these Armenian slingers here still have plenty of ammo, but now losing this pagan band. But he's still got Dalamite warriors for support there, and then, like I said, it looks like he's just falling back over here and trying to win some advantage on one flank, and he's well on his way to potentially doing so. He's going to have to be very careful, the Sarmatian warband. They can affect this cav fight. The Dalamite warriors are going to have to move in shield wall to have any potential success against the Sarmatian warband, so that's why they're moving so slowly. Let's go ahead and hit play and just kind of see what happens. Oh, very nice shot cav charge here, destroying the noble Germanic swordsman. That was a Sevaran cataphract. Rear charge by the guy in Avspar. That guy in Avspar needs to disengage and hit the Alani general, but a lot of flaming fire over here from Hamilcar Barca, and this Alani general though is going to pay a price being charged by a guy in Avspar, immediately taking losses to it, and the Alani general is a pretty tough unit. But there's spear support. The Sarmatian warband though is not doing particularly great here. Got Dalamite warriors trying to get a good engagement. Oh, these guys are going to get slammed behind by a Sevaran cataphract. That Sevaran cataphract is going to be racking up a lot of kills. The Alani general taking some pretty good damage, but the support of that Germanic spearman is going to be key. The Sevaran Sardar just took a nasty flaming volley from these long-range Germanic archers, but now they are being pushed by an infantry unit. This is very good. All of the Alani cav now has been transferred to this flank, which technically means that over here Blood Leopard would have the run of, basically a run of the field. Sarmatian cataphracts here that came back from routing, maybe. The Alani general losing about a third of its men. The guy in Avspar here probably not paying for itself. That's going to be unfortunate for Blood Leopard, and here a rear charge incoming. But the Armenian slingers back here still just kind of working their magic. They're going to have to retreat here, though, from a noble Germanic swordsman. Yeah, the loss of 2 guy in Avspar over here is going to be a pretty heavy blow for the Sassanids, but they still got 2 more guy in Avspar. They should. There's one. Yeah, here's another right here in the center. So, and a Sevaran cataphract here. Sevaran cataphract is going to draw the charge of the elite Sarmatian cataphract, and that hurler and these others may be able to help finish it off quickly. Over here, though, the Dalamite warriors getting a pretty good engagement, but now they're wide open to the rear charge of a Sarmatian cataphract. And then there's another Sarmatian cataphract coming in here in the center towards the enemy, towards the Sevaran Sardar. Not going to be where the Sevaran Sardar wants to be. It's a pretty well armored unit, but it's still going to be a nasty spot for it to be. Sarmatian cataphracts pulling out, though. Lots of flaming archer fire. Wedge charge by the Sarmatian cataphracts, probably a good decision here, because the guy in Avspar would have rocked their world on like a spread out charge, but they are taking horrendous slinger fire too. But the guy in Avspar are eating lots of flaming fire, lots of ammo left on the Germanic archers still, whereas some of the ammo being depleted for the faster firing Armenian slingers. That Sarmatian cataphract though is dying very quickly, which is probably good for Blood Leopard because there's inbound Sarmatian warband. They're going to get a lot of kills in a rear charge. Let's take a look out here in the center. This guy in Avspar having routed another enemy unit. Let's see, so the Alani general's still alive, but the cavalry is boiling down into the favor of Blood Leopard at the moment. He probably wants to push these archers if he gets the chance. Yeah, that's what I would do if I were him. But he's taking Pilla from these Sarmatian Warband precursor javelins, that is. So yeah, not looking bad for Blood Leopard at the moment, though it's not a guaranteed victory here. The Alani General is going to crush this roving Dialemite Warrior, so that's going to be over pretty quick. This guy in Avspar is going to run a rear charge and get rid of these Sarmatian Warband. That's a good decision, I think. The Germanic archers, though, going to be causing some serious trouble here for this for the Sassanids if they can continue to pick off cavalry. Cavalry is going to be the name of this game. There's a Svaran Sardar still alive, but other than that, it looks like the cavalry is pretty much all gone. This guy in Avspar getting some last charges, but breaking some Sarmatian Warband, which is going to be good for the Sassanids. They've got a Dalamite warrior out here in good shape. This Sarmatian Warband is pushing in the center, but it could potentially get destroyed here by Armenian slingers. And this Dalamite warrior is going to charge it. So let's see what's left here. So the Sarmatian Warband here for the Alans. Lots of ammo left on the archers. Ooh, and the Sardar taking a nasty volley there. It needs to get way back. Those Germanic archers can command huge swaths of the battlefield due to their long range. This is going to allow the Alani General to move in closer while keeping the Svaran Sardar further from the battle, but this cheap pagan band can now just really screw up all these Germanic archers. The Alani General is going to need to come over here and get rid of it. This Sarmatian Warband is going to be eaten up by the Dalamite warriors. And then let's see what we got out here. An Armenian Slinger and 2 Persian Hurlers with a decent amount of ammo, and an Armenian Slinger here with a little bit of ammo left too. This Dalamite warrior, if it is in shield wall, which I do not know if it is, but if it is, it's going to do pretty well. One would think. It's up against Sarmatian Warband and Germanic Swordsmen. Those Germanic Swordsmen could get peppered in the back by all these slingers now too. Severin Sardar being held way back from the battle. Again, this pagan band going to be a big nuisance. I'm very surprised the Alani General has not charged it just yet. Yeah, the Dalamite warriors here not getting a ton of kills. Looks like the hurlers are going to try and work a little magic here too. I would target the Sarmatian Warband. The Germanic nobles are much less of a threat in a long drawn-out fight. Yeah, the Germanic archers back here, though, they're going to be causing a lot of damage. Really jacking up that Dalamite warrior, and this charge of the Sarmatian Warband is going to be brutal. It's hard to say who's going to win this. Sheer numbers are going to the Sassanid, kind of, but it's showing the bar here still balanced between the two. But when you look at it, it's really just archers. One decent kind of shock infantry type unit left here. Pagan band running from Germanic spearmen. That's probably a good choice. Pagan band won't do much. And if Blood Leopard starts throwing units at these archers, they're going to get torn up by the Alani General. And it looks like he's going to retreat with his Sarmatian Warband. I would be pegging that thing in the back with hurlers right now if I had the opportunity. Those Germanic archers are just raining all kinds of death all over the Sassanids. Not a ton of kills on them though, but some of it was expensive cavalry. But if they can't kill any more infantry than that, they may not be worth their while. Once this Germanic spear gets out here far enough, he can actually pin it with the Pagan Band and rear charge it with the Severin Sardar and destroy it. So not sure this is a great move by Hamilcar Barca here to let that unit get isolated. Because it's now outside of the archery range of those 200 range archers. That's what I would be doing right now, is crushing that Spearmaster. This Dalamite Warrior's in shield wall, but it could still take significant damage. And if the Dalamite Warrior leaves, I mean, there's really not much here to stop the Alani General. There's a little bit of hurler ammo left, but he's going to need to be very careful. Keep these hurlers away with their ammunition, and be ready to fire at an Alani General. That's the only thing that's going to keep this Alani General from coming in here and mopping up all these units. Really needs to just get rid of that Germanic Spear unit. I don't know, I guess since he's leading it away with the Pagan Band, it's okay. If he's using ammo on the Sarmatian Warband, well, he did get away with it, but he needs that ammo to kill the Alani General. And here it is right here, that Alani General needs to get hit by this hurler. Ooh, that Dalamite Warrior is going to get annihilated. But if he can pin this, yeah, this is not going to be good for the Alani General. The Alani General is going to take some slinger fire and have to turn around and retreat. It's going to come under heavy hurler fire. And with no real block chance to speak of, it's going to take some pretty nasty damage. Still 30 men left, 28, 27.
Black tidings. Our general is dead.
Yeah, so the Alani general just died. That is very bad news for Hamilcar Barca. He does still have some ammo back here on these Germanic archers, but the death of this general here is going to be bad. But the real question is whether or not there's actually enough ammo left for the slingers to kill that Alani general unit and get it off the field. Yeah, they're going to pretty much do it right there. Because these Germanic archers still have some ammo left. They just killed what was left of the Dialemite warrior. But now all these hurlers can be used in melee, and with this unit being so depleted, it should be pretty much it. And then this, again, this Germanic spear unit now could be extremely helpful over here, where it could be used to hold all these hurlers away. But now it's way out here chasing a pagan band, which could have been easily dealt with earlier in the game by the Alani general. So I think it was a mistake by Hamilcar not to hit that pagan band with that general earlier, and then that unit would be gone. That Germanic Spearmaster could then be right here, and it could be holding all these hurlers and stuff. So definitely feel like that was a mistake. Let's see, there still says there's 7 minutes in the replay, so there's going to be some kiting here going on. This unit's wavering. Basically, what Hamilcar is going to have to be hoping here is for some kind of mistake by the Savran Sardar. He needs these arrows to kill it. If he kills it, he might be able to get the enemy to chain route. Is he going to pull that spear? Yeah, he's going to pull the spear back in. But again, now that pagan band's alive, when it could have easily been killed earlier in a simple charge from the Alani general, it would have destroyed the pagan band. Those guys basically fight with pitchforks. They would have gotten annihilated. But now that pagan band is behind them, and again, now the Savran Sardar could potentially pay dividends here. So yeah, the archers are wavering. He can use the Savran Sardar to feint while catching them with his own pagan band. And then these archers are going to be continually pushed, and they're just going to be chased, trying to get the slingers into melee combat. These Armenian slingers would destroy the archers in melee. Well, those are both Persian hurlers, but here's some Armenian slingers. They would destroy those guys in melee combat, just due to their health stats. Yeah, but see, here, so the pagan band's going to get hit with what little ammo's left. I mean, I don't know that it makes a big difference yet. Well, ooh, I don't know if the Sassanids... He better stay out of range of those Germanic archers. They have just enough ammo left that they might could kill the Sardar general, and if just the general dies, it might cause a chain rout amongst the Sassanids. Yeah, good. The Savran Sardar is going to stay at a distance. So, yeah, still 3 or so minutes left here. Let's just kind of see what's going to happen. These spears could get over here and chase some of the hurlers, but then the pagan band can chase these units. It's going to be a little game of cat and mouse here. I don't see much chance for Hamilcar, but he's just doing what he can. I mean, if the right mistake is made and he gets a flaming volley off and kills that Savran Sardar, it could very well flip this. Very close fight. Definitely some good plays by both player, and to be honest, to bring the Sassanids against the Alani and to lose Push Dagban and Grivpenvar, and I mean, this is a great game. It's very interesting. Obviously, the Alans took quite a neutering too when they lost their shock infantry. Yeah, these Germanic archers are going to be... I think they may have used the precision shot or the quick reload too, or are they using rapid advance? I can't tell, but they're hurting as far as morale. You got 2 units kind of continually wavering. Let's go back in. Yeah, you'll see though the Savran Sardar is just going to stay way back until all that archer ammo has been expended. These Persian hurlers are now a little bit extended. Not sure if this was a great move because those Germanic spears coming up behind. Yeah, they actually did rout that unit. This is going to be a good move for the Sassanids. Oh, that Savran Sardar, watch out. Okay, yep. Whoa, really? It came down to a draw? Man, I almost feel like maybe the Sassanids should have gotten a little more. It says that Hamilcar concedes defeat. Okay, so that's what okay, so Hamilcar conceded defeat there. Yeah, it's probably true. I think that Blood Leopard actually did have that by a little bit, though. Interesting game. I mean, again, taking those 2 units, they deployed the exact same number of men there too. Taking the 2 units away from each of those factions really put a neutering on them. Though it's interesting to me that the Alans, so the Alans brought shock cavalry. I wonder if the Alans brought shock cavalry. Let's think about this for a minute. So let's put the Alans up here, and let's put the Sassanids over here. So Noble Alani Cav would have been what I would have expected. But he brought the Sarmatian Cataphracts instead, which is interesting. So he brings the Sarmatian Cataphracts instead. Maybe he was thinking, since I neutered the Sassanid Shock Cav, maybe he just didn't expect them to bring Gaian Avspar. Maybe he thought the Sassanid player would then not want to spend that kind of money on the Gaian Avspar and then turn around and bring maybe mounted Persian warriors or just more Savarin Cataphracts, which are medium. Yeah, because I mean the cost on these guys is extreme. I wonder if that's what if Hamilcar was thinking, because honestly, I mean it's not like the Gaian Avspar got amazing kills for the Sassanids, but just his effort to destroy them cost him so many men that it really ended up kind of hurting in the end. I was a little bit surprised that since the Elite Agathyrses and the other ones were taken out that we didn't see Sogdian warriors on the field, but again that's probably because we had the Gaian Avspar coming in at such a high cost that he just decided to, let's see, 25, make that 6,000. For only 25 talents more, you could get a Persian mounted warrior and a Savarin Cataphract, but I do believe cavalry was probably capped. These Sogdian warriors would have done very well versus, say, like a noble Germanic swordsman, but they are extremely vulnerable to missiles, and they cost more than the Dialamite warriors that he brought. The Armenian slingers ended up playing a pretty important role. They killed a fair number of cav. The Persian hurlers were good at being a nuisance in the center. The Persian brigades, same thing. So I don't know, it's very interesting, and there's a lot of different ways I think it could fall in a unit band tournament with these two factions versus each other. So again, thank you, Blademaster, for the replay. Very interesting to think about that one. It's got me thinking how I would have handled the situation. Not sure I know, but it was certainly fun to watch and see how they handled it. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Very close match. Good game to Blood Leopard. Good game to Hamilcar Barca. We enjoyed it. I'll see you back soon with more online action.